You found it. Your home for the best content on your favorite team, the Fighting Tigers of LSU. Do us a favor. Subscribe to the channel. Leave your comments below. And be sure to smash that like button. Well, Brian Kelly and the Tigers got good news earlier this week when defensive tackle Dilan Battle out of Arlington, Texas, pledged, becoming LSU's 22nd commit of the class of 2025. His high school coach there at Mansfield, Timberview, Robert DeSanto, good enough to join us on the show for a couple of minutes here. Coach, it's a pleasure. How are you?
Good, man. Great. How are you doing? Just trying to brave this Texas heat.
Man, we may not be Texas heat here, but when it's 97 degrees with heat indexes around 105, 110 every day, I think we can empathize at least a bit. Hey, man, tell us about, I want to talk about Dilan the player, but tell us about Dilan the kid first, the kid you get to coach every day.
I mean, he's a kid with a lot of like love and energy in his heart, man. He's fun loving. He always wants to get in there and cut it up and clown around with the guys and just be the center of attention. He lights up the room when he gets out there and gets going. I can't say enough about the energy he brings and the love he has for the game. Saw a lot of maturity and growing up this past off season. I think a lot of it had to do with him being able to go through some stuff in his spring that we didn't think and we didn't know was going to happen, and he had to do some rehab on his shoulder, and he didn't get to really do a lot of full contact stuff in the spring, and I think it really energized him and made him miss and love the game. And you see it in him on the field, but now you see it in him in everything that he does in his life, which is awesome and outstanding.
That is really good, man. It's we can always talk about talented kids. I mean, when you got a long offer list, obviously these kids can play football, but it's always interesting too to hear about the person behind the recruiting profile that people always talk about. Bo Davis was recruiting Dilan to Texas. Obviously, Bo comes to LSU, and Dilan ends up at LSU. Was there any contact with LSU before Bo Davis got to Baton Rouge?
So earlier, previously, way down the line, there was a little bit, even before I became the head coach. I've been the offensive coordinator here for 12 years, but I was working under my predecessor, James Brown, and he had contacts with them, but nothing as hardcore as what Bo did when he came in. And I think it speaks volumes to not only just Dilan's commitment to the Tigers, but Dilan's commitment to Bo, because as soon as Bo left Texas, I was shocked when he knocked on my door one day, and I said, I didn't realize Dilan was that high on LSU's board. And his exact words were, I don't know if he's high on their board. I really hadn't even been to the office yet, but he's high on my board. And he's a guy that I want no matter where I'm at. So I think that relationship that they have is definitely something that played favors for not only Dilan, Bo, but the LSU fan base in itself.
Coach, you mind if I just dig in a little deeper there? Robert DeSanto is with us, Mansfield Timberview head coach. That's where Dilan Battle, LSU defensive tackle commit, attends high school. Because look, in your position, you obviously have coaches from all over the country, recruiters coming through your office all the time. That's the life of a high school coach. I mean, you have to help your players manage this. In what way can you describe for us how Bo Davis differentiates from the dozens and dozens of other college coaches and recruiters that come through your office?
I think Bo has the respect of not only the players that he recruits, but the parents that he comes in contact with, because he keeps it real with them. He tells them the truth. Not only is he there to tell them exactly what's going to happen. I'm not going to sell you, a bill of goods, but I'm also going to tell you I'm going to take care of your young man, and I'm going to do all the things that I need to do to make him a better man in the end. And it's not just about football. I mean, obviously those guys, they get paid a lot of money, and winning games is very, very important as a college football coach. But I think with him and what sold Dylan and sold Dylan's family is that they felt like Bo Davis was going to help him continue to grow up and mature and become the young man that he needed to be.
Let's talk a little bit about Dylan, the football player. Entering his senior season, what are his greatest strengths there on the interior?
I mean, I don't know if I've ever seen a big man with his size. Now, we've had guys that are, a little squattier bodied, heavy just like Dylan, but, just not that height and just all the tools that are as quick as he is. I mean, you're talking about a big man that is 300 to 310 and 6'3", that is like cat quick. I mean, all big men, they're not going to be like blazing fast down the field, but you put Dylan in a 5 to 10 yard box, and I don't care what skill guy it is, there ain't going to be very many that can beat him. His hands, his feet, everything are cat quick. In fact, we work both sides of the ball here, because we believe it or not, as big of a high school we are, we don't have the depth that we have on both sides of the football. Dylan can actually catch the ball very well and can block and play tight end. He's a very versatile athlete.
All right, trick plays.
Yeah,
let's go, man. Let's get a big man touchdown. I love to hear that. That's great news. Where would you say in his senior season that you all are going to work most with him on improving before he gets to Baton Rouge?
So I think and this is something that we're so excited to be able to do. We've had some other young kids come on for us to be able to take on the nose position. And our ultimate goal has been to figure out how we get Dylan singled up as much as we can. So whether he's playing a 3-tech, a 4-tech, or head up 2, just get him out of that nose position and get off those double teams, and just let him wreak havoc. I mean, he spent the last 2 years just eating every double team that came his way. Guys that weren't able to handle him, he'd be able to split and make plays. But single him up and let him wreak havoc. And so, therefore, what he needs to be able to work on is, I think, his one-on-one pass rush. Just not because it's something that he's bad at. It's just something he's never really gotten a chance to do. He's never played a 4. He's always been that nose, that interior guy, battling through multiple offensive guys to get to the quarterback, and just kind of been a run stopper more or less. But now I'm really, really happy and excited and curious to see how his game develops, playing that 3, playing on the guard more, even on the tackles. We play our 3 down front, and he's going to get to be a 4-tech.
Does Mansfield Timberview allow guys to graduate early? Like, would Dylan be a guy that would enroll early at LSU for spring?
He could, and I'm not gonna put anything out there that I'm not 100% on.
Sure.
I know he was working towards some things in the summertime to get ahead. I'm not 100% sure where he is falling on that, but I do remember some of our conversations in the spring that he did have aspirations of that.
Coach, is Arlington more Longhorn, Aggie, Horned Frog country up there?
Yeah, I would say more Horned Frog and Longhorn than anything in this neck of the woods. I mean, obviously we're a lot closer to Fort Worth, so you got a lot of TCU, but I mean anywhere, I guess, except for places that are centered around College Station in Texas, it's hard to get away. It's hard to get away from the Horn.
Oh man, I get it. They can be all right with some purple and gold in the stands there on Friday nights this fall.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, we love them all. We love to put all our guys out there. We've got a safety that just committed to Utah. In fact, he had an opportunity to go to Texas, and he decided to go to Utah so he felt like he could play more and quicker, and get himself on the field. And so, we're used to these guys and their position that they get to be in and showcase their talents and then go on to do bigger and better things at the next level.
Great stuff. Coach Robert DeSanto there at Mansfield Timberview. Coaches Dilan Battle, LSU new defensive tackle commitment. We appreciate a couple of minutes, Coach, today. Best of luck this fall there in Arlington. We appreciate you.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact. And be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.